Most travelers flying into Cancun head straight for the resort strips, the overpriced beach clubs, and the tourist-packed cenotes that charge you $40 just to dip your feet in. That was almost me. But a last-minute conversation with a local driver changed everything, and it pointed me toward a corner of the Yucatan peninsula that most visitors never even consider. Before we proceed, hit the subscribe button, as this will help me a lot for this channel, the town of Izamal, a place so quietly magnificent, so genuinely affordable, and so completely off the radar of mainstream tourism that spending time there felt like finding a secret that the travel industry had been deliberately hiding. Izamal is known as the Yellow City, and the moment you step off the second-class bus from Merida, which costs less than $2, by the way, you understand exactly why. Every building, every wall, every archway is painted in a warm, golden yellow that glows under the afternoon sun like something out of a dream. There are no massive resort hotels here, no chain restaurants, no aggressive vendors chasing you down the street, just cobblestone roads, horse-drawn carriages, and locals going about their day completely unbothered by the handful of tourists wandering around with wide eyes and open mouths. Accommodation in Izamal is where the savings really start to add up. I found a beautifully maintained guest house run by a local family for the equivalent of $18 per night. The room had a private bathroom, a ceiling fan, and a small courtyard with hammocks. Breakfast was included, and it was not a sad continental spread either. We are talking fresh papaya, handmade tortillas, black beans, and strong coffee. Compare that to the $200 minimum you would spend on a mid-range hotel in Cancun or Tulum, and the math becomes impossible to ignore. Eating in Izamal is an experience that costs almost nothing and delivers everything. The Central Market opens early in the morning and runs through the afternoon, offering freshly made tamales, slow-cooked cochinita pibil, and agua fresca for prices that feel almost unreal. A full meal at a family-run Commodore, which is essentially a small home-style restaurant, rarely exceeded $3. Street food was even cheaper. I ate incredibly well for an average of $7 a day, which is a figure that would be laughable in any tourist-heavy destination in the same region. Here is the part that genuinely stunned me. Izamal is home to one of the largest ancient Mayan pyramids in the entire Yucatan, called Cacmo. Unlike Chichen Itza, where you pay around $30 for entry and share the space with thousands of other visitors, Cacmo is completely free to visit. You can climb it, explore it, and stand at the top looking out over the yellow rooftops of the entire city without paying a single peso. The site is maintained but not commercialized, and on most mornings you might share it with only a handful of other people. Beyond the pyramid, Izamal holds the convent of San Antonio de Padua, one of the oldest and largest Franciscan convents in the Americas, built in the 16th century on top of another Mayan pyramid. The atrium alone is said to be the second largest in the world, after St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. Entry is free, the architecture is breathtaking, and the history layered into every stone is the kind that makes you stop and genuinely reflect. This is the kind of cultural depth that expensive guided tours in other parts of Mexico try to manufacture, but rarely achieve. Izamal is proof that meaningful travel does not require a large budget or a famous destination. It requires curiosity and a willingness to step slightly off the path everyone else is walking. The Yucatan Peninsula holds so many places like this, towns where the food is real, the history is alive, and the experience costs a fraction of what the tourist trail demands. Izamal did not just save me money, it reminded me what travel is actually supposed to feel like.